Hey guys, it's Mark from Modern Tech, and today I'm going to tell you how I upgrade my computer with very little to actually no cost sometimes. And when I say upgrade my computer, I'm not just talking about a little teeny tiny upgrade. I've made my way from an i5 6600K to a i7 10th gen. And graphics card wise, I've made myself from a 1070 all the way up to an RTX 3070. In this video, we're going to break down some of the costs and some of the means to getting some of these products and how you can do it too if you want to do this. To do this, you do need to have a little bit of funds behind you to start off with. So this process is a bit more of a, let's say, an investment process. As you can see behind me, this is my latest purchase. Now this PC is a high-end PC, so it wasn't cheap, but there is going to be a way how I can make my money back, and I will show you how to do it and how I slowly upgrade my computer every single time I need upgrading. Well, I don't even need upgrading, I do it because I'm now addicted. My first proper build was an i5 6600K, and I had a 1070 graphics card. Now when it came to the 1070, I had that for, I'm going to say 2 years. And then I upgraded that. So what I did to upgrade it was I found somebody on Gumtree, which is a UK buy and sell app similar to Facebook Marketplace or eBay, except from you collect things in person. And I found somebody selling a GTX 1080. Yeah, it was just a little tiny upgrade, but price was good, and I seen that, and I saw the opportunity in it. So I contacted this person, then I offered them £250 for the 1080 graphics card, and they happily accepted. So I went round to pick it up. As soon as I got it, put it in my computer, and there you go, I had a 1080. But I was £250 short, so what I did was I sold my 1070 on Facebook Marketplace, and I sold my 1070 for £250 because I knew I got myself a bargain with the 1080. So I sold my 1070 at still a good price for what it was, but I got my money back, so I just basically upgraded completely for free. All I had to do is just invest a little bit of time of searching around, looking for people who were selling them and waiting out for a good buy. That's all I had to do. After about half a year of having the i5 6600K with running with a 1070, I thought, you know what, it's probably going to be best to upgrade my processor now. To upgrade your processor, most of the time you need to get a whole new motherboard, and that's a lot of rigmarole. So it's not just one price of a processor, it's a motherboard and then whatever heatsink you're going to get. There's just a lot more expensive when it comes to a processor. So what I did, I found somebody on Facebook Marketplace who was selling a complete PC. And my dog's barking. Big! Be quiet! So yeah, I found somebody on Facebook Marketplace who was selling a full PC build, which had a i7 7700K processor, which is a fair bit better than my i5 6600K. And they also, it was a complete build, so they also had a graphics card in it, which was a GTX 1060. And this was 3 years ago, so around the time the prices of all that stuff was a little bit higher, especially because the new RTX cards weren't announced. So I offered that guy some money for the computer. I can't remember exactly how much I offered him, but I'll dig through the messages to see if I can find the exact price. I took that computer home after I purchased it, and I swapped over all the components. So I swapped the motherboard and processor into my computer, and I put my motherboard and processor in that computer. Having a full complete build with an i5 6600K, I decided to sell that with a 1060 graphics card in it after I replaced my graphics card. So I kept my build, which was an i7 7700K with a 1080 graphics card, which is a pretty good build. Was and still is. Even the 1060 build is still a good build, and I managed to sell that one for, I think I sold it for 550. So okay, I might have been at a loss of £50, but I would happily pay £50 for a whole new motherboard and processor upgrade rather than paying for it new out, which would have cost me, I believe, around £300 at the time. I paid £50. It's like a part exchange. Now after another year of having a computer with a 1080 and still the same i7 was still working great, everything was fine, didn't really need much more on the processors, but I kind of get a little bit addicted to upgrading computers like most people in the PC industry do. It is a habit. These are gorgeous things. Before the 30 series graphics card came out, I seen a 2080 for sale. So yeah, I went for it. This person was looking to downgrade their graphics card because they don't really get much use of it. And I had a 1080, which is a reasonably decent graphics card. Was, still is. Around that time, RTX 2080 graphics cards was still around £700. There was like an absurd price on them. Obviously these new cards are blowing it out of the water, but they are so hard to get hold of. It is ridiculous. There's a price which is an invisible price because nobody has them to sell apart from the scalpers who sell it for 2 to 3 times more. So I offered this person my graphics card, which was the 1080, for his RTX 2080 and £250. It cost me an additional £250 to upgrade to a £700 graphics card. I'm happy with that. I did say this is not going to be a completely free upgrading system. I find it to be the best way I can upgrade computer parts slowly for a very, very affordable price and still get a return of my money back. Now my PC build, well, currently still is an i7-7700K with an RTX 2080 graphics card. And don't get me wrong, that is a good PC. I don't have any problems with that whatsoever. But then again, I want to keep upgrading. So I've just bought my latest purchase, which is all of this. Now obviously my PC started kind of at a middle level and now it's at a very high end level. So it's the prices of what I'm purchasing items for to upgrade is naturally going to go higher and higher. For this whole build, I spend £1,500, which is a RTX 3070 graphics card, a 1TB NVMe, 16GB Corsair RAM, Corsair case. You can tell it looks gorgeous, everything's all Corsair, looking pretty fresh. Not only that, he had all the boxes for everything. The CPU is an i7-10700K, which is a fair bit better than my current processor. Not only that, the person who was selling this thrown in a monitor for free, but I don't really have much use for this monitor, so I'm going to sell that as well. Now I paid £1,500 for this. My computer is an i7-7700K with an RTX 2080, and of course graphics cards are still crazy in prices these days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear my computer completely and I'm going to sell my computer, and I'm going to aim to try and get £1,400, which is still a reasonably good price in this day and age. Worst case scenario, if it takes a while to sell, I'll drop the price to 1,300, and I am pretty damn confident that it will sell for that price because it is still a very good PC and that will work. Not only that, obviously I'll be selling my computer for 1,300 roughly, then I'll be selling the monitor, which I assume I can get about 80 for that monitor. So there you go. I've just fully upgraded my computer again for 150 quid roughly. Let's just put it as that. Maybe 200 if you include in selling fees, if you sell it on eBay, etc. Absolute bargain. Now I have a very high-end PC, and I've told you my story on how I slowly upgraded to get to this. If you have any stories like this, I'd like to know. I'm just curious. If this helps you when coming to buy a computer, I should hope it does. Parts new, like I said, are ridiculously hard to get hold of some of the time, especially these higher end parts. If you're going for a complete build, it might be a little bit easier, but do not hesitate to look into your Facebook marketplaces or your Gumtrees or your eBays, whatever you use. Ideally, I'd say Facebook Marketplace because people don't want to bother posting it out. They get cheaper offers because you are going to collect it. Now, if you don't have transport to collect it, obviously that could be an issue. You might have to ask a friend or a family member to take you. And sometimes some people actually deliver. Or if the price is incredibly cheap, just go there and get a taxi back. If you're saving yourself a good few £100, £10-20 on the taxi is not really going to break the bank, is it? Now, I do hope this video helped you. Let me know if you like this video, if you want to see any more videos like this. If you're interested, if you've got any questions for me whatsoever, just let me know. Please like and subscribe if you do like the videos, because I'm trying to push YouTube a little bit more. I've had a nice growth in the YouTube channel so far, and I thank everybody who has been supporting this channel. It is absolutely amazing, and I can't thank you all enough. It's Mark from Modern Tech. Thanks for watching.